Hi, welcome back to Smoking Cheltenham. How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend, found some winners. It's not the big video today. Today we're just going to do some... I've just got a few anti-post bets I wanted to put out there for Cheltenham, just in case the prices change. Yeah, sorry I haven't got the big video. It's like... there's a life lesson here for you younger lads. Right, when you're kind of getting a bit of bad vibes off your good lady there, and you ask her, is she okay? You older fellas, you'll know all about this. And she says she's fine. Yeah, she's not fine. Don't just think, grand, I'll crack on, because she'll get less fine as it goes along. What she actually means is, no, I'm not actually fine. I'm pissed off with you. And I'm going to stay pissed off with you until you can figure out why. That's what fine means. So yeah, we're just a bit wrapped up in the racing this weekend. So spent a bit of quality time with Leah there, and we're good now again. So even if I'm up until the small hours, I'll get it done, and we'll have a good look back at the weekend tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so right. Basically, yeah, we got 3 bets here. I hope you did all right. I hope you've got some pennies there to reinvest. Right, cleared up. We're going to clear up the novice hurdles to a big extent. We'll start with Ballyburn. Right, hands up. I kind of got this horse wrong after he got beat by Firefox. I remember saying way back then, the only way I can see this guy winning a Ballymore is if he could win a Moscow Flyer or this Grade 1 in Dublin, and after that I just couldn't see it. Yeah, so I got that one wrong. So if you're on Ballyburn already, great, well done. We've got a ticket there for the Ballymore, haven't we? It's the wrong race though, it is. It is. Yeah, Ballyburn is going to run in the Supreme, and there's a few reasons why, but it's the Supreme, and Ballyburn is Willie's best novice. He'll run his best novice in the Supreme. Think of it like this, because it's the Supreme, isn't it? It's. I remember Ruby saying something similar a few years back. Sir Gerard, and Dysart Dynamo. He was saying Sir Gerard would go Supreme for that reason. Willie will run his best horse in the Supreme. He actually went to the Ballymore, didn't he? But that were a very different situation. Willie were a little bit worried about Sir Gerard's jumping, and Dysart Dynamo wouldn't be getting 2.5 in a horse box, would he? So he had to go the Supreme. Right. Yeah. Think of it like this. What price does Ballyburn go off in the Supreme? I'd say about 8 to 11, thereabouts. I think he'll go off 8 to 11, thereabouts. If you got a horse that's going to go off at about 8 to 11 for a Supreme, it runs in the Supreme. It does. This horse is taking giant steps forward with every run he has into. He's progressing his graphs like that. That's what you want from a novice. Yeah. He'd win either race, but he'll run in the Supreme. So if you're on him already, well done. Kind of dropped the ball a bit there. I guess I kind of could see it happening, but I needed to see it with my own eyes at 2 mile. I still didn't, as we got into Sunday and the day went on, I got more and more confident. It just felt like, you just kind of knew. So, what we're going to do, we're going to have 8 points. Yeah, 8 points on Ballyburn for the Supreme. 6-4 non-runner no bet, 365. It's just gone at William Hill. Yeah, 8.6-4 non-runner no bet. That's a fine price, it is. Don't worry about that. Yeah, horses could come into this. You got Nicky's horse there, Jericho. I think Moonsor West will probably come here. Moonsor West, I don't think we were far wrong at the beginning of the season though. We said Moonsor West Supreme, didn't we, and Ballyburn for the Ballymore. And I think that was the idea, I think. But, whereas Ballyburn's learned to be a racehorse, Moonsor West just haven't quite got there yet. I think they'll chuck a hood on him for the first time in the Supreme, and Moonsor West, he's probably going to be the one horse in the race that has at least got that natural raw ability, I'd say it's unlikely he can channel it all in the right direction on the day in the Supreme. But you never know, at least he has got that ability, Yeah, I mean, the fellow we paid at 33s, he could come into this. I've got no notes here at all, this is just off the top of my head today. But look, basically, right, just get your money down on Ballyburn if you haven't already. You can sit back and just enjoy the Supreme. It'll be a fairly easy watch for you. Collect your 20 points, move on, next race. I think what'll happen, you'll ride him similar to yesterday, I'll jump him out fairly handy. Swinging off that last bend, he'll kick and he'll be away and gone. And I think he'll just throw further and further and further clear up that hill. It could be, it's... be a demolition job, I think, honestly, I do. I think he's just going to blow the race apart off that final bend. So, don't complicate him. I mean, I guess, Firefox, yeah. He might kind of become the sort of wise guy horse, He beat Ballyburn, didn't he? He's maybe 10-1, 12-1. Ballyburn's close to evens. But you want to be on the winner, don't you? And Ballyburn's going to win. So we'll keep it simple. 8 points Ballyburn. Collect your 20 points, move on next race. Done. Right then, the next bet then is kind of related to that. And that is Mystical Power for the Ballymore. Is it Bearing Bingham? No. Now, to me, I don't recall ever Willie winning the Moscow Flyer and this Grade 1 at Dublin and running him in the same race. I don't see it happening at all. I'm surprised the price has stood up as long as it has since yesterday. You can get 5-1 non-runner no bet. I think that's a great price. I do. Don't think it'll be too long till he's kind of half that price. You might see a few coming out of the Supreme, avoiding Ballyburn. I expect the Ballymore will be quite well contested. So I might hold the price up a little bit there. I guess kind of Slade Steel might set the bar there. He ran well yesterday. He'd like the 2.5. He won the Grade 2. I just can't get out my head with him that Lecky Watson ran him to half a length of a neck or something. I think he's solid, he is. I like him, he's a good horse, but your Ballymore winner to me is often kind of sprinkled with a little stardust, isn't he? And I think Mystical Power's that horse. I'm nearly sure he'll go here. I think Willie'll split him. It'll kind of go a little like this, a conversation I imagine with connections will be like Willie, JP, Frank Berry and the boys. It'll be like, because Willie holds all the aces here. It'll be like, right, where are we going? And Willie'll be like, well, it's up to you guys, where do you want to go? It'll be like, Supreme. And he's like, yeah, if you like. But I think I might be running Ballyburn in the Supreme. Like, all right, okay. Do you think you can beat Ballyburn? Maybe, maybe not. Do you think he'll win the Bear in Bingham? Yeah, probably. We'll go Bear in Bingham then. That'll be it. I mean, at the end of the day, do you want to try and beat a Ballyburn or try and beat a Slade Steel after just watching the race at the weekend? Yeah, you know. And don't forget this horse, he was down to run in the Grade 2 Lawlers and Ace, weren't he? The Grade 1 Lawlers and Ace, and he got called off because of the fog. Willie said before he ran in the Moscow Fly, he was a little concerned about the 2 mile. So he'll stay well. And he's got, to me, he's just got that turn of foot. That will be a potent weapon in a Ballymore. It will. You know. Yeah, I like him, I do. And so on him we'll have, you can get 5 to 1 non-runner no bet, 365. We'll have 6 points on that, yeah. We'll have a decent bet on him. We'll just leave a little bit of space there. I'll tie in with 2 points on Slade Steel as well, and then maybe like 1 point on another horse. It's just, you know, like Django Bay, I think he could come into this. He's going to run soon, is he? Maybe the weekend coming. Yeah. I don't want to get that 2-1 the wrong way. We might end up losing a point or so on Slade Steel, but he's not like the main bet, is he? So it's not quite so important. Yeah, so that's the second bet there. Mystical Power, 6 points, 5 to 1, 365. And then the last bet there, I know Mark put this up on his Cheltenham chat channel. Jeroboam Machan, he did us a bit of a favour as Ramblers, didn't he, in that last race on a tough day on Saturday. Yeah, look, basically, he's got the best form. I mean, he thrashed DB Cooper. DB Cooper went on and ran second to no flies on him. That's the JP Orson was forgetting. He could come into the Bear in Bingham, but I think JP will probably go kind of mob-handed in the Supreme, and his big bullet there, Mystical Power, I think he'll fire at this Bear in Bingham, and I think he'll hit the bullseye with that one. I do. Ballyburn, you're not going to take Ballyburn on with a big bullet, I don't think. But yeah, he ran no flies on him closer than Jeroboam Machan. And Jeroboam Machan's a bumper horse and no flies on him. We kind of backed him for the Supreme. That is good form. you know, in hindsight, he were a cracking bet on Saturday. He were. And then, yeah, he's gone and done what he's done there, on Saturday. That reads good form on a line through Redemption Day, which Alon Duda he's got the best form, and that turn of foot, wow, he were brilliant, weren't he? He were. Like Mark mentioned, this could be in the green and gold come the bumper. So this guy, you can get 5-1 with William Hill's non-run and no bet. I can't get on with them. So for the purpose of this, we'll count it as 4-1 Sky bet non-run and no bet. But you can get 5 with William Hill. And for him, we'll have 4 points on that. Yeah, 4 points. I just want to leave a little bit of room there. We can always top up a little bit, a bit shorter, but we'll have 4 points on that at the 4-1, but you can get 5s. Yeah, 4 points. Yeah. So if you get your 5s, that's 24 points back in there. It's not bad. And we can have a little bit more on him if you want. We'll leave a little bit of him. I think this Maureen Willie's, I'm inclined to think we'll probably end up going Aintree for that mare's race. He's got the Jasmine or Sante look good. Could be his one. And then obviously Gordon's got Jalon Duderies and this Romeo Coolio. But none of them have got the form that Jeroboam's got, have they? I've just got the vibe I were getting. Well, that Willie's best horse, bumper horse, is this Cantico. He got, he were favourite for the bumper before he ran. He got heavily supported in the days up to that race. He came out and he got beat. I think they were quite disappointed with that, but you know how Willie can improve these horses from run to run, and just in case he comes out in the next couple of weeks and looks a different horse, I'd just like to leave a little bit of room there. Okay, yeah. He'd be kind of the one, even though he's not done it yet. If he does, he'd be the one I'd be fearing could come out in the next couple of weeks and put up a big performance. Like, I've just got a feeling. We'll see. So we'll leave a little bit of room there. If not, we'll probably have just a bit more on Jeroboam and maybe a small bit on something else. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there anyway. We'll do a big video tomorrow. There was a lot to look back on, weren't they? It were good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some winners. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.